All right, guys. Look at this. This isn't Mediaite. Trump's Truth Social is shadow banning users who post about Capitol attack and abortion fight, according to a new study. Okay, the whole thing they did was, we're about free speech, bro. This whole thing's about free speech on social media, and we're against all the censorship and all the shadow banning. I've heard conservatives say that time and time again. Well, apparently not on Truth Social. Former President Donald Trump's new social media platform, Truth Social, is shadow banning users for posting about certain topics, a new study claims. The bans of certain types of content are at odds with the principle of free speech the platform was founded on, according to the progressive nonprofit group Public Citizen. Public Citizen, upon hearing complaints from users unable to post about topics such as the January 6th House Select Committee or the ongoing fight for abortion access, reported it found numerous instances in which some content was not allowed. Quote, our own research on the platform confirms that the site engages in shadow banning, which is fully or partially blocking users' content without warning, notice, or recourse, Public Citizen noted. This is prevalent with regard to both progressive subject matter and across various other topics. In June 2022, Truth Social users reported that any post containing the phrase abortion is healthcare would automatically be shadow banned from the platform. Much of this report describes my firsthand experience on Truth Social. When I attempted to post the phrase abortion is healthcare, I received the standard notification that my truth has been posted, which would usually signify that my post would now be visible on my personal profile on my feed. Instead, the post was nowhere to be found. So not only are they shadow banning, they're doing it in such a clunky and stupid way that it's fucking obvious that they're shadow banning. Hunt Major also noted issues with posting about hearings from the January 6th committee. A number of Truth Social users reported having their accounts permanently suspended after posting about the January 6th committee hearings. Hunt Major wrote, other users have alleged that their posts were censored or their accounts were deactivated after sharing a video from the January 6th hearings of Ivanka Trump doubting her father's claim that the election was stolen. Holy shit. Hunt Major noted similar issues with posting about the committee's hearings. In a post about Georgia election worker Wandria Moss, Hunt Major's truth was rejected despite 2 attempts. I attempted to post Trump's defamatory lies about Shay Moss and her mother were cruel, racist, and dangerous. Time for accountability. That post was blocked. However, when I copied and pasted the exact text and attempted to post it for a second time, the post became visible. To date, the original post has not appeared on my page. The study also noted issues with posts that were critical of Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky. Read the study here. All right. You guys get the gist of it. Look, this is a point that people have made for a long time, and it's a very obvious point, but some people can't get it through their heads. When all the people on the right scream about free speech, what they really mean is, we want to be the censors. We want to be the ones who censor based on our own sensibilities and what we find egregious and over the line and offensive, etc. So they only use it as a political tool. The notion of free speech. They don't actually believe in the principle of it. And a great illustration of this, although granted this is a very far-right guy, super extremist, but Richard Spencer, there's a very famous clip of him where he used to be all about, free speech, but then there was an interview where he was very honest, where he said, he was asked, like, do we really believe in free speech? And he was like, no, of course not. We're just using that as a tool to allow our stuff to propagate and expand and get our word out. But the second we have the reins of power, we censor the fucking leftists. And that's exactly what you're seeing here. So, look, total fraud. But you guys knew this. Of course you guys know this. We've covered 1,000 stories about how Trump is against free speech. He just sued CNN for defamation because they call his election-rigged conspiracies the big lie. That's not something that's defamation. What the fuck are you talking about? He said flag burning should be punished with a year in prison. That's against the First Amendment, even according to Antonin Scalia, right-wing Justice Antonin Scalia. He said, of course that's free speech. The list goes on and on. He sued Bill Maher over a joke. All these issues. I mean, he's just not for free speech, even though he cloaks himself in the virtue of free speech. So, look, another clear example. Nothing more needs to be said. Ever since Adpocalypse, when YouTube defunded all independent news and politics overnight, we haven't trusted them. We know they can pull the rug out from underneath us at any time. If you enjoy this content, please consider tipping $1 or $2 per month on the Secular Talk Patreon. Link in the video description box below. Thanks for your support.